welcome to this week's virtual worship moment. I hope that you had just a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday with you and your family and your loved ones. For me, this year was just a particularly nice and wonderful Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving for us is kind of it's not just a one-day event. I have a big family, and Heather has a big family, and so it's very much like 2 meals on Thursday, another meal the day after, visiting with family who's in town, and so it's this longer, bigger process, and what I want to talk about is this concept of Thanksgiving, not just not the concept of Thanksgiving in terms of expressing gratitude, but the holiday and everything that gets wrapped up in the holiday. And so that's what I want to kind of briefly talk about a little bit. And so Thanksgiving is, yes, a time to celebrate gratitude, a time to celebrate being thankful for what we have and appreciating the things that are truly valuable and important in our lives. But there's all this other stuff that gets wrapped up in the Thanksgiving holiday that's also beautiful. Thanksgiving is my wife Heather's favorite holiday, and I think when she told me that, I kind of like side-eyed a little bit, like why would Thanksgiving ever be in contention when there's like Christmas is right there, right? Like gifts and all this other stuff, and like why, it's always seemed odd to me, but definitely over the past few years, I mean, Thanksgiving it's creeping up there. I can really appreciate it more. Maybe it's having kids, maybe it's just being a little bit older, hopefully wiser, more mature. But it really has. It's become a holiday that I really, really love, and I think it's not just because of this idea of gratitude, like I said, but these other things that go along with it. And so Thanksgiving is definitely a family holiday for a lot of people. It's you get together with the people that you love, whether it's your biological family or whether it's your chosen family, people that you have surrounded yourselves with. And so you have this concept of family. You also have this idea of hospitality. When you host a Thanksgiving meal, that's a big deal, right? Like we hosted our first one last year. It was very small because of the pandemic, and because we live in a very small townhouse. But this concept of hosting and everything that goes into it, hospitality. We just finished a series at Awaken where we were talking about our values, and one of our values as a community is radical hospitality. And so you've heard about this word. I'm kind of bringing up stuff we've talked about before, but hospitality is more than just hosting. It's more than just having a nice and welcoming space and making sure your home is clean and your guests have enough food and everything else. And hospitality comes from the Greek word, and pardon my pronunciation if you actually know Greek, philoxenia, which is a 2-part word. And so the first one, you have this philo, which means love in the Greek. But as you may know, there's 4 different words in the Greek that mean love, versus English, we have one word that's just this all-encompassing word, everything from I love my wife to I love pizza, right? It just means all of it is love. But this philo love in the Greek refers specifically to a familial love and affection, a brotherly love. This is where we get the city of Philadelphia. It's the same root, the city of brotherly love. And then you have the other part of this word, xenia, which means the outsider or the stranger. It's where we get words like xenophobia. And so you put these two together, and hospitality, again, is more than just simply hosting an event. Philoxenia is loving the outsider, loving the stranger with the love of a brother or a sister. It is receiving the outsider into your own family and loving them as if they were your own family. And so that, to me, I think is what I've been thinking a lot of with this Thanksgiving. And you have this passage in the Gospel of Luke, where Jesus' mother and brothers are outside waiting for him as he's speaking, and someone comes and tells him, and he's like, hey, who is my family, right? My family is right here, the people that are surrounding me and doing the will of God alongside me. And so there's this concept in the New Testament. I would not go as far as to say Jesus is like anti-family. I don't think that. But I do think that he puts a lot more focus on this broader concept of family, the way that Christians receive each other as brothers and sisters, the kingdom of God. And that was my experience growing up. The church that I grew up in, it was never just, our family going to a service and then going home. We were surrounded by a family that encompassed our family. We'd go out to large meals together. We would do vacations together. We would have birthdays together, Christmases together, right? We'd celebrate holidays together as larger than just our immediate family. I have people to this day that I call aunt and uncle that have no actual family connection apart from just being a part of this beautiful extended church family that we grew up in. And so I want to bring this all back around to this idea of Thanksgiving being a holiday where, yes, we celebrate and practice gratitude, but also where we show this concept of family and hospitality, this love for the outsider as if they were part of the family. And so I just kind of wanted to celebrate and shout out a little bit of what some of our missional communities are doing. A couple of our missional communities just these past couple weeks celebrated, call it what you want, a Friendsgiving. Lynn Haven called theirs a Courtsgiving. You'll see why in a minute. You're going to see some videos and some photos from these events. But these are specifically events designed to bring together people from our lives that may not be immediate family, right? May not be blood related or marriage related, but inviting people into our lives in a way that invites them into the family, right? And so you're seeing pictures and stuff right now, but you have these our MCs hosted meals where we could invite people to become a part of community, where we can sit down together, we can have delicious food together, we can practice gratitude together, we can share the things that we're thankful for, and just celebrate community and relationship. And so this is just something that I feel like has been part of why this year for me has been particularly special as a Thanksgiving holiday for me, and kind of helping me appreciate it more and more. It's not just good food and football, which are both things that I love about the holiday, but this idea of coming together as family, not just biological or by marriage, but of receiving those around us, receiving those that are outside of our circles, receiving them as family, and forming this beautiful community that ultimately is the kingdom of God, consisting of people that are both in and outside of our family, literally, and family figuratively. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to our MCs that are doing that, celebrate what they're doing, and just encourage you to keep doing that, keep investing in community, keep investing in relationships, keep investing in people, and seeing and inviting them to become a part of your family and your community in love, and receiving them in love. And so MCs, you guys are great. I just wanted to share those thoughts with our larger community. And again, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. We love you. We'll be kicking off a new series the first Saturday in December. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys there at our in-person gathering and also in our missional communities. Love you guys.